Hi guys, this is a small update on the state of things as well as an announcement. This is not the update or announcement I wanted to be making the next time I talk to you though. As feared, the copyright strike situation on this channel has still not resolved. YouTube should have removed the copyright strikes on my channel and restored my videos around 4 weeks ago, as Sony did not file suit against me. Since that time, I have contacted YouTube multiple times through the email threads for my counter notifications. I have created additional emails to the copyright department at YouTube. I have contacted their legal help email. I have used the submit feedback form from within my channel to bring this ongoing matter to their attention. I also contacted Sony directly to ask for a retraction. I have received no responses. I still hope that somebody somewhere at YouTube will follow through on their end, fulfilling the responsibilities of an entity that enjoys safe harbor status from the DMCA. But they could just as easily continue to ignore me, and the strikes would thus remain another 6 weeks. That completely plays havoc with the immediate future, as we are already into the second week of the new season, which is to say nothing of the interrupted coverage of Promised Neverland. This was not how I thought this year was going to go. In the meantime, I have been working on the backlog, and working on some unrelated videos, which I'll talk about again in a few minutes. I have some new stuff out, it's just not here. And it's not what anyone is actually waiting for. We'll come back to that. What I've mostly worked on, though, is how to avoid this kind of total interruption in the future. Being reliant on this one channel has proven to be a crippling weakness. Having just a single platform that I can lose be the only place I release content, communicate with viewers, and organize my work has made me incredibly vulnerable. And I guess it makes me pretty stupid too. The only other platform I've been using is the Twitter account, but I think just 400 or so of you follow it. I only use it to announce videos and occasionally channel-related news, like if a video will be delayed for some reason. I don't involve myself in the Twitter sphere, and I don't want to spam anyone's feed. And I'm sure no one is surprised that the guy who made a 4-hour video about one episode finds Twitter to be a bit limiting. So I know there are a lot of people who are not going to want to use Twitter, thus when this channel goes silent, I have no way to communicate with the majority of you. Whenever I do get this channel back, I will make a real announcement and explain all the things I've done in the interim. I will want input from everyone about what to do about past and future content, but because that depends a lot on exactly when I get the channel back, it's not a productive discussion to have just yet. I will instead keep working on the other stuff. The only upside to this continuing delay is that I will get a chance to have more of it in place whenever things do resume. Now, one thing I didn't want to do was create another whole YouTube channel. I know that's how some people handle their copy strike woes, but there are a few reasons it's problematic for me. One is that I don't have a large enough following to easily disseminate that information, especially since I have no other platform presence. I would simply lose a good portion of you in the change, or a lot of people would miss some content if I had split hosting. Another is that you have to verify your YouTube channel to post videos longer than 15 minutes, which, well, can you imagine my content limited to 15 minutes? To verify a channel, you need to link a phone number, and only a small number of Google accounts can be attached to any one number. This occasionally pops back up when you make large changes to your account or security reasons, so it's not like you can even use a one-time burner phone or something like that. Additionally, the chain account thing may work for some content out there, especially for those who only make standalone videos, but I make what are basically long playlists for each show, and all of those analyses belong together on the same channel. The Drawing in the Franks analyses is 25 videos, and with any luck, there will be 2 more coming. But trying to re-upload those to a new channel just means they have to run through the Content ID and Copy Strike gauntlet all over again. On top of all that, I don't like split channels where I'm asking people to follow more than one instance of a platform. I never ask you guys to be sure to like and subscribe and all that because I personally find it annoying. But the further you divide your presence, the more important it becomes to remind your audience of the other places they can find you. My content already demands a lot of time for you to consume. I find it distasteful to then further ask you to spend more time keeping up with multiple channels of distribution. That will already be necessary whenever I return, but I didn't want to make it even more untenable by having multiple YouTube channels in addition. Now, that all said, I have started another YouTube channel, but it is not a replacement for this one. In fact, it is called Nearly On Red Alt Channel. I realized I was going to have to do this because of some videos I've worked on in the background. These videos have nothing to do with anime. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I have no intention of moving away from anime, but I do consume other things and am passionate about other forms of story as well. I started working on a video a year ago that I originally was just going to release on here alongside everything else. I had no way of knowing that I would end up being offline for the 6 weeks leading up to it. Some of you are awaiting my next content, and here it is, and it's not at all what you expected. It's not even the same medium. I know that's a bad look, because at first glance, it may seem like I'm giving up on anime analysis and running over here to do something new. That's not what's happening. But unfortunately, that video, which I turned into 2 videos, is very time sensitive, and I've worked on it a long time. When it came down to it, this week, I found that throwing all that work away was more disagreeable than the idea of starting a second channel. So this will end up being a little bit of an ad hoc experiment. I have linked the videos in the description and pinned comments below. I'm testing a new way of doing certain content in the future, and these 2 will end up being the first example. Basically, both videos are about the same thing, but one is my normal kind of fare, long and exhaustive. It is about 28 minutes long. The other is a rapid summation of the main idea and is less than 4 minutes. Each then links to the other. I thought that in the future I might try doing this full version, short version format with certain subjects on this channel, so if you have a sec and want to let me know how it seems to work out, I would really appreciate it. One of the biggest impediments to growth for me is the sheer length of my content, so I started floating the idea of making some shorter try before you buy it summations to release alongside the full videos to make the channel less daunting. This simply ended up being a good chance to try that out. Now, the videos in question are not anime related, like I said. They are about Game of Thrones. Specifically, my speculation about who ends up on the Iron Throne at the end of things. The final season for that show starts in like 4 days, so you can see what I mean about it being very time sensitive. Releasing it on a different channel does have the side benefit of not annoying anyone who doesn't like non-anime content mixed into their anime subscriptions. I don't mind that, but I know some people do. I do link back to this channel from those videos, so if my little theory gains traction at all, we might have some new folks join us. If it gains a lot of traction, it might even help get our copyright situation sorted out, though I will grant that is a long shot. I don't self-promote, so if you're a Game of Thrones fan and you like it alright, feel free to share it with your friends. So now that I've made the other channel, my thoughts about what to do with it in the future are to put anything I do that isn't specific to anime on both channels. For example, I have a lot of videos I would like to make about general storytelling or entertainment subjects. In fact, one such script is part of what I've been working on these past few weeks. That would end up making the other channel a place where anime content is absent, while this channel gets basically everything anime and everything that is general storytelling. Perhaps if I do something else in the future that is about specific but non-anime works, then maybe they should go over there as well. I'm not sure yet. This wasn't really what I wanted to do, so I only just made the alt channel this week. I haven't quite sorted it all out. Finally then, I said as much on Twitter when I made the service interruption video, but I want to again thank everyone for the outpouring of support in response to putting things on pause. That was a low point for sure, and everyone's encouragement really helped. I appreciate the people who have been reaching out recently as well to check in on me. I haven't gotten to everyone yet, but I will. I've tried to make this time offline as productive as I can to be worthy of so much support. I hope to be back soon, and I'll have a lot to say and announce when I am. Until then, thanks for everything.